Not a Beatles reunion. I don't think I could face that. In tonight's programme, we've got a session from Loudon, Wainwright III, and any number of thrilling records.
It's that time again when I lose my friends, go walk about. I've got the bends from pressure. Flipped out of the pan into the fire, and I don't believe you're all I'll ever need, and I need to feel that you're not holding me, but the way I feel just makes me wanna scream. I've become the kind of man I've always hated. I am love insane with a sense of shame that I threw stones at the condemned, and now I'm slated. But I was blessed by love in this land that's ruled by gods of lust and money. And I don't believe you're all I'll ever need, and I need to feel that you're not holding me, but the way I feel just makes me wanna scream. Come home, come home, come home. Come home, come home, come home. Come home, come home, come home. Come home, come home, come home.
Trouble is, you're more likely to hear a Beatles record on the radio than a James record, despite the fact that the Beatles broke up over 20 years ago. That is James and the single on Rough Trade, RT245, and it's called Come Home, breaking the illusion.
Why is it in some white people's minds? They think black people are involved in crime. It's crazy, stupid, those who disturbed when they see Negro coming, it's like, I can't stand it, we must defeat it. Why do they always have to diss? It's not appealing to be so revealing. Though they know that they're hurting our feelings. Some of them, they may not be like that. If I said your own word, I'd be in that pack who say they're all the same, a whole nation identical. It's a shame, it's so critical, or should I say typical. But I'm not saying that all white people are wrong.
Understand what he's saying in this song.
I'm not racist against you. Why you racist against me? When come to think of it, you don't even know me. I could be Jimmy fine. Your little sister, that'll give you evil mouth and really tongue too. So to be happy, thinking I'll put her on the street. That'll make your stereotyping, heavy snapping mind complete. Only to be brought back down to reality. When she tells the family, Mom and Dad, who is he so sweet? He put his ring upon my finger and we intend to marry. Don't worry, sisters, this is not gonna happen to this mister. If it did, I'm sure you find it wrong. But it's just a simple message I'm trying to get across.
Do you understand what the guy is saying in this song?
Now here's the story of the racist who wanted a vacation but couldn't decide upon the right destination. He wanted to go to Germany but the people are too bold. Switzerland, no way, it's far too cold. He needed somewhere nice and hot and decided Jamaica would be his spot. It wasn't until later he had realized his mistake, but his bird, she didn't seem to hesitate. She said, "Cold, blimey, I didn't think it'd be this hot." But all he was worried about was his tight spot. Soon they got into the rhythm of the Caribbean life, and after a while found it rather nice. Eating mango, chicken dumpling, ackee bread for saltfish, peas and rice. Easy. Once or twice. On the last night they visited the disco and were dancing to calypso. Sharon got adventurous and tried to do the limbo, but slipped and fell on her back. She did go. She was held up with a nice firm grip and found the chappie very, very fit. She told him to leave his key under the mat. A lady she could one will try to thank him back. Some months later, Sharon is getting fat. At maternity ward, her friends and family sat. Fainted and holler, some even screamed and hollered when they saw the baby was not white, but definitely black. Maybe you find this story whack, funny or wrong, but I don't care if it's not fair. For now, her racism is definitely gone.
Can you understand this song?
Now this the final verse. I would like to curse people of authority and power who this song they've heard and call it sour because it's by an ethnic minority. They try to ban it and win by a majority. They claim it's bad towards my people and that's why they make it equal, but really it's cause they didn't understand it. They need to beam me off to another planet, damn it. It's a little irritating being judged by the color of your skin, but it's the point I've been getting on all throughout this song. So if you're racist, you should face it. Why? Because you're wrong.
Wrong, 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 wrong. Breaking the illusion. Breaking the illusion. This will break the illusion. It will break the illusion. It is breaking the illusion. I am breaking the illusion. We are breaking the illusion.
And indeed they are. There's still parts of the message of this which confuse me slightly, but it's on Play Hard Records anyway, and it's called Can You Understand? Loudon, Wainwright III in session, as I said. This is Jesse Don't Like It.
There's a guy called Jesse Helms in America who's from the state of North Carolina. He's a conservative Republican politician who's trying to pass what he's called the Helms Amendment, which would be a change in the Constitution of the United States. It has to do with obscenity in art, and presumably some committee would be set up, of which I assume he would be the head, and they would review art, and any art which they decided was obscene wouldn't get any federal funds, no endowments. So we got another censorship thing happening, folks, and this is a song about that. This song is called Jesse Don't Like It. He comes from North Carolina, and he's in favor of subsidizing the tobacco farmers there because they're his constituents. That's explains the reference to tobacco in the song. And also, Grandma Moses is an American painter who's dead now, who she's kind of like Lowry a little bit. Small, distant, primitive figures. If Jesse don't like it, then it's probably not art. Jesse knows what's good. Old Jesse is smart, and if you don't like that, don't feel sad. 'Cause the art that you like is probably bad. Grandma Moses, she's okay, never exposes anything, everything's far away, and that statue of David's alright with Jesse. 'Cause Michelangelo gave him such a tiny pee-pee. If Jesse don't like it, it don't stay. Get it out of the museum, get it out of there today. the clown. With a daisy in his hand and the tear rolling down. In the kindergarten years ago, Jesse got rude. He took a red Crayola and he drew a nude. And the teacher took a ruler to Jesse's behind. She beat his butt, but she ruled his mind. Jesse probably didn't like Picasso, but neither did that dictator Franco. I don't know about art, but I got to take a hike. If I like something that Jesse don't like, if Jesse don't like it, it don't stay. Get it out of the museum, get it out of there today. Jesse's favorite painting is the one of the clown. With a daisy in his hand and a tear rolling down. If Jesse thinks it's dirty, it don't get any funds. They spend that taxpayers' money on tobacco and guns, and freedom of expression is being denied. But if you're not sure what you like, then just let Jesse decide. Don't photograph a penis and don't paint a breast. Don't write about the truth because it might offend Jesse. And don't tell it like it is, and don't show where it's at. 'Cause Jesse don't like it, and that is that. If Jesse don't like it, it don't stay. Get it out of the museum, get it out of there today. Jesse's favorite painting is the one of the clown. With a daisy in his hand and the tear rolling down.
What, you mean like the one in our kitchen? Of course, we're all victims of that, really, even here on Wonderful Radio 1 FM. That's Loudon Wainwright III, and that's called Jessie Don't Like It. 3 more from him, of course, before the end of the programme. Now, this next one is a source of some embarrassment to me. It's from an LP by Ama Yenge, and when it came out as a single, or somebody brought it back from Zambia as a single and gave it to me, I played it on the radio and said that it was called Kelelembe Ndeke Kruz, because I was rather taken aback by the fact that there was a word in Kaunde, which is the language, that was spelt QZ, and but Kruz was how I pronounced it. I mean, how would you pronounce it? But then I find out from the sleeve notes to the LP, it says, QZ is Zambia Airways international call sign. The title translates as the plane, is that right? The title translates as the plane is landing and relates to the arrival in Zambia of the airline's first DC-10. So it's Kelelembe Ndeke QZ, I'm afraid. Amayenge from an LP that's also called Amayenge on Mondika Records, and that's called Kelelembe Ndeke QZ, as we now know. And you may recall that I played more than once a record on Noiseville from Yonkers, New York, by the Pocket Fisherman from Austin, Texas, called The Leader is Burning. Wrote off several times, actually, to Noiseville to try and scrounge copies of the rest of their releases. Got a letter from the fellow who runs the record label. He pointed out, amongst other things, that he's over 6 foot tall, weighs about 20 stone, used to be a bouncer, and wonders why he hasn't had any money for sales of Pocket Fisherman. And I wouldn't like to be the person that he wants to question on this particular issue, but he did send me some of their other records, including stuff from Unholy Swill and Inside Out, and I'm now going to play you those two. First of all, actually, it's Inside Out. This is called Cracking Up.
Water
That's Unholy Swill, 2 records on the Noiseville record label. That was called Wanna Be God, We Can't All Be. And then before that it was Inside Out and a track called Cracking Up, 1 of 3 on a 7-inch single. As I say, also on Noiseville. Things that are coming up is a single by a band called Bench. And he says Brooklyn's best debut will Cave in Your Face. And then something called Boot Beast. And he says total godhead about that. So I look forward to hearing them. Here is something rather markedly in contrast. I had lunch with a whole bunch of people today, one of whom was describing how she'd bought some Russian records in Leningrad for very little money indeed. That could easily have been one of them. From the Omsk Russian Folk Chorus, an LP called Songs of Siberia. That's I'll Get Up at Rosy Dawn. This is Loudon Wainwright III.
Sometimes I forget that you've gone. You've gone and you're not coming back. And it's hard to believe that you're still not here. What's left behind refutes that fact. closet still full of your clothes and your shoes, and your bookcase still holds all your books. It's as if all you done was to go out of town. You'll be back soon, that's just how it looks. But your suitcase is empty. It's right here in the hall. That's not even the strangest thing. Why would you leave your wallet behind? Your glasses, your wristwatch and ring. Your glasses, your wristwatch and ring. Sometimes I forget that you have gone, and that we'll never see you again. I think for a moment I gotta give him a call, but I can't now, I realize then. No, we can't meet for lunch at the usual place, at the place where we always would go. And there was something I wanted to tell you so bad, something I knew that you'd wanna know. I could go by myself to our old haunt, but that seemed such a strange thing to do. The waiters would wonder what was going on. Why weren't you there? Where were you? Why weren't you there? Where were you? Sometimes I forget that you have gone. I remember and I feel the ache. How could it have happened? How could it be? It's not true, there must be some mistake. Mementos and memories, tell me what good are they? No, they're not much to have and to hold. And it's true that you've gone and you're not coming back. And this world seems so empty and cold. Oh, but sometimes something happens and it doesn't seem strange. You're not far away, you're near. Sometimes I forget that you have gone. Sometimes it feels like you're right here. Right now it feels like you're right here.
It can fill you with a great melancholy, you know. That's Loudon Wainwright III in session. Sometimes I forget. Time for me to remind you about the festive 50. We've only got 3 more days. It has to be postmarked November if you're going to send your entry in on a postcard or on the back of an envelope. And you have to put down your 3 favourite tracks of the year, whether they're from sessions, from LPs or singles, in order, along with your own name and address, if you'd be so kind, and address it to John Peel, BBC Radio 1 FM, London W1A, 4WW. As I say, it has to be postmarked November, so that gives you up until midnight on Thursday, I think. The Jungle Brothers.
WJBS. On your radio dial, good morning of the Fox. It rocks the box. Expect sunshine today, for yesterday's rain has faded far away. Now we seek a brand new day, a brand new way. Learn, my brothers and sisters. Learn.
Nighttime fades away, on to the next day. The weatherman predicts a clear sunny Saturday. Relax, laid back and feeling the cool breeze. Positive vibes and soft-scented melodies. Gather my leaves and all my minerals. Mix myself a bowl of vegetables. Ice cold water and chopped up fruit. Gonna be a long day, so I throw on my boots. Stretch out my heart and beyond. The sun rises, clouds gather round and suddenly hides it. Double back cause it started pouring. Children scared of the thunder roaring. Given the light, but now there's darkness. Started with intelligence, now there's ignorance. Negative vibes, now I don't feel right. I want my sunshine, I want my sunlight. Same old story over and over. Somebody trying to take knowledge over. So I fight back with a native dance. Sing my song and chant my chants. Rain, rain, go away. Please come back another day. The sun was shining, now the sky is gray. Please rain, go away.
Sweats as a hot day sets in. I need to cool off, so I find me a hydrant. Pull out my wrench and turn on a happy face. See some buckets, I think they'll be a chase. Water splashing, children laughing. Hoping this feeling will keep on lasting. A shot rings out and a young girl hits the ground. Someone wasn't in the mood for playing around. The mother cries as she sees her young one. Some of the fool while playing in the hot sun. Kangaroos came and cleared out the area. Covered her up so the sun won't beat her. The sun still shines, but the day now feels great. Oh, Mr. Rain, would you please, please go away? The sun still shines, but the day now feels great. Oh, Mr. Rain, would you please, please go away?
And in the studio right now, the Jungle Brothers. How you doing, my friends? Before we go on, say a few words to the people.
Yeah, I'd like to say something serious, real serious. The sunshine is the God in light, the fire that we all attempt to fight. The only thing is you can't put it out. You blow and blow, but that makes it grow. Bright and round, and it was made for me. A gift from God that He gave to me. You eat it and chew it, and then you swallow it. And wisdom is what you get from it. Try to stop me from getting mine, and you can kiss me where the sun don't shine. Yeah, there's room out there for those who want some, cause everybody's got a little light under the sun, under the sun, under the sun, under the sun.
Knowledge stands upright, fear has no height. Work towards the star that gives off the brightest light. JB's moving in a bright direction, free of injury or evil infection. Stay out the dark and you'll find that you'll be strong. Believe in yourself and nothing will go wrong. There's room out there for those who want some, because everybody's got a little light under the sun.
That's from the LP done by the Forces of Nature, Sunshine from the Jungle Brothers. And just when you thought the poo sticks had gone away, well, I thought they had anyway.
She's on a teenage high, and she can't come down, flying everywhere, high above ground. Teenage high, doesn't know what's written, doesn't care if it stings. She'll be
That's what man say. Lord, how when you get in, how when you get in, how when you get in, get in. Look how you clown up yourself when you get in, and you mess up yourself when you get in. Look how bad look at take you when you get in. Look how sad this I take you when you get in. How when you get in, again how when you get in. Hey, hey, get in, how when you get in.
That's about you. Still we not go wrong.
Who don't live?
No way. Then she walk and text said you better bow till you broke your neck.
Young girl, hit him, set up yourself right, and make sure that you move right in a life. Now get yourself in mix up and try live in a mix up, because that do nice. Just listen to me and take me advice, you know. Get yourself in a thing where you don't like, where you get in, and when you get in, and when you get in, and when you get in, come on.
Why make you dig along so?
Girl,
why make you dig along so?
Oh no baby, your heart so.
You just a come and go.
Ta.
That about.
Hear me. How when you get in, girl, how when you get in, 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 you have your good man, him left you when you get in, you keep too much man, girl, when you get in, your mother can't let you, girl, when you get in, I want pick me your arm when you get in, you pick the gun, let me know when you get in, how when you get in.
That about you.
Tell about it. So the man say,
still we not go round.
Who don't live
no way. Lord no. Then she walk and text that yeah. You better bow till you broke your neck.
Lord, hey,
I admit. Why make you dig along so? Why make you dig along so? You just a come and go, acting like a junko.
so when you get in, and when you get in a mix up and blend, when you get in, and when you get in, and when you get in, look how you count up yourself when you get in, and when you get in, and when you get in, everybody you find finger when you get in. What time can you do so act like you want?
Oh, where you getting there appears to be the title of it. Gregory Isaacs and Johnny P. That's on the Sting record label. Before that, it was the Pooh Sticks and Teenage High, and that appears on Sympathy for the Record Industry records of Virginia Avenue, Long Beach, California. Don't ask me how this has come about, but licensed from Fierce Recordings of Swansea, of course. This was Record of the Week in Sounds this week. That's Fudge Tunnel, and that's on, what label is it? A Big Boy Records, care of Vinyl Solution, and that's from a 7-inch EP, and that track was called Sex Mammoth, as a matter of fact. And the track that I've played you on previous occasions has been Rudge, and good stuff throughout, and as I say, single of the week in the current issue of Sounds. 5 or 6 years ago, I used to play quite a few tracks from 400 Blows. They seem to have reassembled, and on an LP called The New Lords on the Block, which in a sense is slightly, well, it's like the old Lords on the Block back again, if you like, and this is called The Return 89. They came from Croydon originally, you know, which always struck me as odd. 400 Blows, that's from the LP The New Lords on the Block. And in tomorrow night's programme, a session from Straight Jacket Fits. Several people have been on the Mayo phone this evening to ask when the session goes out. Tomorrow night is the answer to that. But tonight it's Loudon Wainwright III. They spelled my name wrong again.
They spelled my name wrong again, with an E between the D and the N. Some dope didn't know it should be an O. They spelled my name wrong again. Why in God's name can't they check? It's a pain in the ass and the neck. Not a capital crime, but it's the umpteenth time Why in God's name can't they check? I see my name up there in the lights. Then I notice it's not spelled right. Tell me, why do I put up with it? Pavarotti most surely would quit. When you've been around for a while, these spelling mistakes start to rile. I guess that's rock and roll. Dyslexia takes its toll. When you've been around for a while, my parents should shoulder some blame for calling their kid a strange name. Spell it with me, friends. Loudon. My parents should shoulder some blame. My eyes narrow, I start to squint. I think that's my name there in print. Tell me, why do I put up with it? Sinatra would have a shit fit. Wainwright has 2 W's. They get that one wrong and I get the blues. That old grammar school tries, just not good enough, guys. Wainwright has 2 W's. One day I thought I would die, when I saw with my very own eye Loudin Weimright. Thought I would die.
A somewhat introspective programme, actually, tonight. That's a guy called Gerald, and Eyes of Sorrow, which is on the reverse of FX, is now available as a 7-inch single, as a matter of fact. And before that, it was Loudon, Wainwright III, and They Spelled My Name Wrong Again. This is from the Bridewell Taxes. It's a record which I played quite a bit a few months ago, and then it occurred to me the other day that perhaps I should play it one more time. It's called Just Good Friends. That's from a 12-inch EP on Stolen Records, as I probably pointed out before, the Bridewell Taxes, and it's called Just Good Friends. And here's tonight's contribution from the Flair double LP.
I'll be on the way to a glory day at Wembley. We've came up against the best, now we face the final test, and we'll pass with flying colours on the day. I'll be with the greatest only team you've ever seen. I'll be the pride of Burton is our football team. Northwich Victoria stood in our way, but the best team won 2-0 that day. Bob Gordon got us off the mark, Dave Redfern scored and said how's that, and the Brewers hit the road to Wembley. Weymouth tried to end our run, but we saw off quite easily 3-0. Gill and Bob Godden scored one each, then we put it out of reach when Kamara slotted home a penalty. Albion, with the greatest non-league team you've ever seen. Albion, the pride of Burton is our football team. St. Valentine's was the day, the 14th of February. Whitley Bacon here to play, Paul Bancroft's goal showed them the way, and the Brewers lived to fight another day. The next round took us away at Maidstone Town. We did play. Paul Grove's goal had saved the day when we made a draw away, and Dave Redfern put us through in the replay. Albion, we're the greatest non-league team you've ever seen. Albion, the pride of Burton is our football team. In the semis, we did play one game at home and one away. Dartford were the team we beat, so the Brewers placed their feet on that hallowed turf that they call Wembley.
And so on and so on and so on. That's Bernard Bagan and Take 5, and a song in tribute to Burton Albion, Hit the Road to Wembley, and that's on the double LP Flair on Confection Records, and the copies of that which were won as prizes last week, probably on their way to the winners this very moment. Well, some of them may even have arrived. And in tomorrow night's programme, or Thursday nights, I shall give out the names of the winners of the Bolt Thrower LPs and associated games. As soon as I've drawn out the names of the winners, got some top pop personality to come in and draw them. And on the subject of football, last Saturday I went along to see Stowmarket play again, which is quite good. It means, I can leave for the match at about 10 to 3 and be there for the kick-off, which is a pleasant change. And not a terrifically exciting, to be honest with you, I can't remember who it was they were playing, but not a terrifically exciting first half, at the end of which Stowmarket were down 1-0 and looked very likely to remain down 1-0. And in the second half I walked around the ground, because in the first half I was the only person on the side of the ground that I was on, and in the second half I got a bit lonely and a bit cold, so I walked round to the other side where there were a couple of hundred people, as a matter of fact. But standing just next to me, there was somebody supporting the other team, and he was in, I don't know, Swedish ski gear or something like this, a lot of trendy stuff, big lad, a lot of blonde hair, exquisitely sculpted, and with him a young woman in similar clothing and so forth, and with her hair equally exquisitely sculpted, and they'd got a large devil dog, as the papers describe them. And I was listening to their comments on the match and stuff, which put me in a bad mood at the best, anyway. And when the Stowmarket substitute came on, who's a black bloke, and I've not seen him play before, but when he came on, they said, "Hey, look, they got this." Actually, what was the accent there? No, it's more kind of like that. He says, they got a sambo, like this. And it's one of those things you'd love to have just gone over and belted it. But frankly, the substitute did better than that, because him and the other substitute transformed the entire nature of the game, and Stowmarket eventually won 3-1, and they looked terrific. I thought they were going to score about 10. So I was quite excited by that. I must go and see him more often, I think. Anyway, enough about that. This is Carcass, and a track from the LP Symphonies of Sickness. Embryonic Necropsy and Devourment is the somewhat cumbersome and, I suspect, meaningless title. That's Carcass, a track from the Concertos of Carnage side of the LP Symphonies of Sickness on Earache Records, and that's Embryonic, Necropsy and Devourment, and they're due to appear, I understand, on Red Dwarf. I look forward to that, I must say. And in just a moment, it's going to be MC Groove.
Radio 1 announces Phase 2 of its FM switch-on. From December the 19th, Radio 1 FM will be coming to Cardigan Bay, southwest Scotland and North Cumbria, East Anglia, and the southeast of England. Catch the most powerful music force in the UK. Radio 1 FM, coming to a radio near you from December the 19th.
You have been warned.
I'm seeking, they're hiding from the groove because I prove I move smooth like a fish through water. Take a sucker like a lamb to the slaughter, standing firm like bricks and mortar. Suckers, get back, the order is clear. Lyrical fear, I am the groove.
On Sing-A-Song Records, that's MC Groove, and it's called The Groove. And because one of the records that I'd intended to play you earlier seems to have suddenly turned defective in the box, it gives me the opportunity to play you another track from Fudge Tunnel from their 7-inch EP on Big Boy Records. This one's Rudge. The Toast of Nottingham, I shouldn't wonder. That's Rudge by Fudge Tunnel from a 7-inch EP with the most disquietingly medical sleeve. And this is the last tonight from Loudon Wainwright III.
This song is called Sunday Times. It's about the New York Sunday Times, which is a very large, fat newspaper that New Yorkers buy on Saturday night to get an early start because it takes about all week to read this newspaper. Well, I'm trying to read my Sunday Times. It costs a nickel and 12 dimes. I bought it late Saturday night. I've almost finished, but not quite. It weighed a ton. It seemed to me that each one of them must take a tree to make. And also I should think it takes about a gallon of ink. Right off the bat, it's section 1. Who, why, where, how, and what got done. The outlook's bleak. It's clear to see that section 1 depresses me. All the heavy-duty news that gives you the over-informed blues, and I'm so relieved when one's all through. Thumb through one, get on to two. I'm a showbiz kind of guy, the business is my life, yeah, that's no lie. Two's one of my favorite parts, entertainment, leisure arts, which movie's great, which Broadway play, exclamation points away, the next time that things get this great as sports way up in Section 8. Hoist the Times into my lap and take some time out to heave some crap. I guess some guys dig Section 3, but business bores the pants off of me. If you want boring, here's a chore, the weekend review, that's Section 4. Now who in the hell wants a review? Once was enough for me, thank you. After 3 and 4, it's clear you want to get away from here. Escape to somewhere and you'll thrive. It's time to travel, Section 5. Guatemala's always quaint, although the right-wing death squads ain't. The tanning salons down the block, you better stay at home. Skip culture shock. The magazine is Section 6 with food and wine, full-color pics. So sexy that you gotta stare at all the advertisements in there. So glossy that the pages stick. Flipping one at a time's a trick. The crossword will keep you up late in this camp if your kid's overweight. Section 7 book review, it comes with me into the loo. The TV section, that's 11. Naturally, that goes with 7, 7-Eleven. That's it, I read them there whenever I sit reading reviews of those who ride. Leads one to think that one day one might. You need a job, try Section 9. Oh, you're not jobless. Hey, that's fine. Section 10 is real estate. You're not homeless. Hey, that's great. In this town, everything is strange. In this town, life's subject to change. What goes up comes down again. Hold on to 9, hold on to 10. Well, it's Tuesday and I'm still not done. When it's Sunday's time, son of a gun. Monday and Tuesday still unread. I could have read War and Peace instead. A great relief, I do not doubt, when it's time to throw all of these times out. Tomorrow I'll buy Wednesday's times. It's just one nickel. It's just one nickel. Just one nickel. Yeah, and 3 dimes.
Roger to the hero activation.
I used to care about. I'm scared as hell. I'm bored. I can't make decisions. I can't concentrate effectively. I feel just futile.
What? Bored? Everybody's bored. Bored? Bored? Yeah. What's the matter with you? What's the matter with you? I don't understand. What? Are you sick? What is your goddamn problem? Come on!
I feel like crying. I can't. I cry too easily. I can't control it. I've lost interest in everything I used to care about. I'm scared as hell. I'm bored. I can't make decisions. I can't concentrate. I feel just bad. too easily. I can't control it. I'm just plain unhappy. I've lost interest in everything I used to care about. I'm scared as hell. I'm bored. I can't make decisions. I can't concentrate.
Mussolini Head Kick, and that's called Plain Unhappy from the LP Themes for Violent Retribution. Before that, it was the last from Loudon, Wainwright III in Session. That was Sunday time. Tomorrow night, a session from Straight Jacket Fits. Coming up next is the news, and that'll be followed by Nicky Campbell. Thanks very much for listening. Good night.